Oh shit, I am muted. Guys, I am so sorry. Yo, I've been talking my ass off and I've been muted. This is the second time I've done that, guys. This is the second time I've done that. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is the second time I've done that. I don't know why I keep doing that, guys. Shit. Man, man, man. UFC 239. I guess I have to start from square one. What's up, guys? Velocity Instinct, thank you so much, buddy, for letting me know I was muted. This is craziness. Shit. This is the second time I've done that. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think about UFC 239? Great card, great card, great card, great card. Great card. Man, I want to talk about a few fights. God, I've been sitting here talking about fights and been muted the whole time. Luke Rockhold versus Jan Blachowicz, man, what a brawl! I feel like Luke Rockhold. I felt like that fight could go one of two ways, man. I felt like Luke Rockhold. I feel like he leaves himself open too much. I feel like Rockhold, like exiting the clinch, and when someone's coming forward and he's backing up, he drops his hands, and as we've seen in the past, that's led to him getting knocked out. That has led to him getting KO'd. Like Luke Rockhold, man, like you would think his defense would get better against bigger, stronger opponents. Now, in Luke Rockhold's favor, he did look good. Physically, he looked great. And he was landing good kicks. He kind of stopped with the kicks, though. He should have kept going with the kicks. And he came out in the second round, man, firing. Landed a good 1-2 in the beginning of the second round. Then he just kind of coasted, man. It was coming out of the transitions, the transitions on the feet. You know what I'm saying? He was coming out of them kind of kind of lazily with his hands down, man. And he left himself open, and then boom, he got knocked out. Like I said, man, it could have went one or two ways with Luke Rockhold at 205. He's been knocked out a few times at 185. He's facing bigger, stronger guys. He could get knocked out again. But then I felt like, okay, well, he'll have more water on his brain. He won't cut as much weight. He could be a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? But no, man, he left himself open, and Jan Blachowicz cracks him. That what kind of a notch that is in Jan Blachowicz's resume? That's a big notch. That's a big, 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 big notch. A win over Luke Rockhold. But I feel like Luke Rockhold can go back, get another fight at 205. Let's see what Luke Rockhold can do. Let's see what he can do at 205. If he gets knocked out again, I feel like he should just hang it up, man, because Luke Rockhold, he's taking a lot of damage. You know what I'm saying? In his last few fights, man, he's taking a lot of damage. He's getting knocked out by people, man. And he got knocked out by Yoel, got knocked out by Bisping. Now he's got knocked out by Jan Blachowicz at 205. So, man, it is what it is, though. It is what it is. But I feel like I said, it's a good notch under Blachowicz' resume. It's a good notch on his belt to have a win over Luke Rockhold, the former champion. And we'll see what's next for Blachowicz, man. He could be looking at a title shot. Maybe one more fight and then a title shot, man. He's ranked, number 6? So realistically, one more fight could lead Jan Blachowicz to a title shot. We're going to move on up to Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren. Oh, my gosh. He starts Ben Askren. Ben Askren, man, it's just that, most grapplers, the thing about Ben Askren is most grapplers have incorporated some sort of a striking regimen into their game to strike their way into the takedown, like Mackenzie Dern. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what people do. They strike their way in, and that's one thing that Ben Askren has yet to do. He's yet to incorporate that into his game. And he went diving for a takedown, and Jorge Masvidal throws a Yoel Romero hot, flying knee and catches Ben Askren and knocks him out cold. Flat lines Ben Askren. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. And all you Ben Askren fans out there, you guys really thought that he was going to beat Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal is a different type of fighter. And nowadays, even though wrestling is a good thing to have, it's not a good thing for that to be your only path to victory. Because it seems like that the wrestling is Ben Askren's only path to victory. And I feel like, you got to have nowadays, especially, you got to have more than one tool if you're trying to fight at the top of these divisions, especially a division like welterweight. You know what I'm saying? That's like that midpoint between, you're not quite a small fighter, but you're not quite a heavy fighter either. You know what I'm saying? Like 170 is right there, sweet spot. And that's where the hits start getting really hard. That's when you start really getting hit is 170. And I feel like Ben Askren is going to have to evolve. He's going to have to implement some kind of game. He's going to have to do something, man, because he got lucky with that. He got lucky with that Robbie Lawler fight. But it's not the same. Everybody's not Robbie Lawler. You're not going to be able to get everybody like you got Robbie Lawler. That was you won that fight by the skin of your teeth. You won that fight by the skin of your teeth. But it is what it is, man. Jorge Masvidal comes out on top, another good win. He did what he said he was going to do, and it is what it is. He got the win. He got the win. Ben Askren Jorge Masvidal got the win by vicious KO. I knew it was only a matter of time before Ben Askren got knocked out like that. I knew it was just a matter of time before he got knocked out, because shooting in on everybody like that it's not gonna be effective every single time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be effective every single time. But maybe Ben Askren will either he'll retire or he'll incorporate some striking into his game, man, because you never know what your opponent is going to do, man. And Ben Askren has to be ready for all avenues, especially if he wants to be a UFC champion, man. You have to be well-rounded. You can't be now. 10 years ago, you could be a wrestler heavy champion and be a dominant champion. A wrestler only champion and be and dominate. But nowadays, man, everybody can do everything. So I hope Ben Askren evolves a little bit and steps up his game, man, because he's going to have to. Because if not, he's going to keep getting knocked out, just like we've seen tonight. Just like we've seen tonight, he's going to keep getting knocked out. But yeah, good notch. I don't see how. I guess because they gave Ben Askren a big fight and he won it against Robbie Lawler. That's how he got a ranking. But I really don't think that Ben Askren should be ranked, especially ahead of somebody like Jorge Masvidal, who's been grinding it out. And Ben Askren was ranked ahead of Jorge Masvidal. You could have knocked Robbie down, but you could have put Ben Askren lower, like number 8, number 9, something like that. He was like what, number 6, number 5, something 4, something like that. He was pretty high up. He was pretty high up. But we are going to move to the co-main event of the evening, which was Amanda Nunes versus Holly Holm. Amanda Nunes finishes this fight first round via head kick knockout. She went in there and played Holly Holm's game. Holly had this one slight smidget moment of hesitation, coming out of an exchange with Amanda Nunes, and Amanda Nunes clips her. She throws a high kick and hits it flush on Holly Holm and drops her. Holly had no idea where she was at. So that's just a further testament to the fact that I feel like Amanda Nunes didn't need a win over Holly Holm to solidify her as the greatest woman of all time in mixed martial arts. I felt like a win over Holly Holm, somebody who really didn't deserve the title, really didn't deserve to be fighting for the title. I felt like, that was just a good win for Amanda Nunes. It didn't really mean anything to beat Holly. I mean, Holly not out here winning fights. Now, if Holly went on a tear after she beat Misha, I mean, after she lost to Misha, you know what I'm saying? And Amanda Nunes didn't get that. Well, Amanda Nunes could have been the champion, but I just feel like Holly hadn't been out there winning fights. Like she beat Megan and she beat Betch Correa, but she lost to Jermaine. She lost to Cyborg. She lost to Valentina. You know what I'm saying? Like she's lost fights. You know what I'm saying? Holly has lost fights. So it is what it is. She lost to Misha, so I feel like Ketlin Vieira should have been the one getting the title shot. I feel like we should have seen Amanda Nunes versus Ketlin Vieira, but they hyped up this Holly Holm fight, so that was what we were stuck with, guys. They hyped up the Holly Holm fight. So it is what it is. But Holly Holm gets finished by KO. Amanda Nunes was very technical in there with Holly. She threw some bombs, but they weren't, they were bombs at the right time to not get caught by Holly. Holly was in there though. She stayed in there close. She got in there. She closed the distance, landed some shots on Amanda, but that one moment of hesitation that Holly had, and Amanda fired that kick and ended the fight. So, and still, Amanda Nunes retains her UFC belt. Great job. Congratulations to Amanda Nunes once again. Head kick knockout. 4 minutes and 10 seconds into the first round. So we go on to the main event, which was Jon Jones versus Thiago Santos. Guys, I feel like Thiago Santos won this fight. I feel like he landed the more clean, effective strikes. I felt like he caused the damage. A lot of damage to Jon Jones on the leg. He hit Jon Jones with some hard shots. But kudos to Jon Jones' chin. Jon Jones has a chin because he took flush shots from Thiago Santos and he kept moving. He did not fall. So that was that, I think he may have got dropped once, but I feel like it was a very entertaining fight. And I feel like Jon Jones, I feel like he just didn't do enough to really beat Thiago Santos. And Thiago Santos he injured himself. He injured his knee. He looked like he tore his ACL the first half of the fight. And he still was throwing bombs, still was being effective, still was doing his thing. But great win good win for Jon Jones. I feel like it could have went either way. It was a split decision, but I feel like Thiago Santos did enough to win. But I guess when you want to be the champ, you really have to beat the champ because those close fights are going to go to the champion. I mean, look at Valentina Shevchenko versus Amanda Nunes. You know what I'm saying? The second one was a very close fight, and they gave it to Amanda Nunes because Valentina really didn't do anything to really sway this fight. What's up, George, man? I'm sorry, man. I was on mute once again, George Page. I don't know what was going on. But yeah, like the second time that the second time that Amanda and Valentina fought, like Valentina didn't really do anything to really sway the judges. And then Amanda got that late takedown, so I can kind of see how that fight went to Amanda. But this fight with Thiago Santos and Jon Jones, I really felt like Thiago Santos done enough to win the fight. Especially being injured. He ate up Jon Jones' leg and he hit Jon Jones with some really clean strikes. He was putting together combos versus Jon Jones was pop shot, man. Yeah, George Page. To be the man, you got to beat the man. You're absolutely correct. I believe that. But I just felt like Thiago Santos did enough. But it wasn't dominant either way. It wasn't a dominating fight either way. So I guess that's the close fights would go, of course, to the champion. So it is what it is when it comes to that. But yeah, man, Amanda Nunes capitalized on that moment of hesitation that Holly Holm had. I don't know what Holly was doing. I don't know. Holly was thinking about throwing that kick. No, man, no, I don't think so, George Page. It was kicks being fired from both sides. Santos was throwing kicks too, man. It was a very close fight, very close fight. But Holly was thinking about throwing that side kick, you know what I'm saying? And she hesitated for some reason. And when she hesitated, man, Amanda just flicked that kick. That just shows you how good of a striker Amanda Nunes really, really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I really look at Amanda Nunes like Ronda Rousey, Misha Tate, like they really didn't stand much of a chance against Amanda Nunes. As much as it pains me to say that about Misha Tate, you know, Misha Tate's fought some really good strikers in her career. You know, she fought Julie Kedzie. She fought Marlos Conan. You know, she fought um, Holly Holm. She fought, you know, I'm trying to think of who else she fought. She fought some really good strikers in her career, you know, and but a striker like Amanda Nunes, man, like that belt was there for the taking, man. Like when she fought Misha Tate, that belt was there for the taking, you know. And Amanda Nunes has completely been dominant since that belt has been on her waist. She's won every fight, you know. It's wild, it's crazy, and it's wild. Um, but I just felt like Holly shouldn't have even been in there with Amanda. I feel like it should have been, you know, Ketlin Vieira or somebody who deserved to be in there. You know, I think, you know, yeah, she hadn't lost since she fought Kat Zingano. Who fought Kat Zingano? George Page. But yeah, I feel like, you know, Holly shouldn't have even been in there. You know, Holly should have been fighting Aspen, and you know, it could have been Ketlin Vieira in there with Amanda Nunes if you really want to look at the number one contender. You know, yeah, Holly is done, man. Like, I don't think Holly will get any more title shots. She shouldn't get any more title shots, man. She shouldn't have got any. She shouldn't get any more title shots. Misha Tate finished how like Misha Tate broke Holly Holm, just like Amanda Nunes broke Misha Tate. You know what I'm saying? Like Misha Tate broke Holly the way Amanda broke Misha. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Another fight I want to talk about was Randa Marcos versus Claudia Gadelha. Randa Marcos, man, I just feel like, you know, when it's time for Randa Marcos to really shine and do what she has to do to get these wins and to move up in the division, I feel like she drops the ball every time. And you know, her and Claudia, it was a very uneventful fight, and I felt like Claudia Gadelha was doing enough to get herself a win. You know, they were pushing Randa Marcos. She's ranked number 14, and she was fighting the number 6, you know, ranked fighter. That was a push for Randa Marcos, and she dropped the ball with a very uneventful fight. But I felt like Randa Marcos, when she did throw her strikes, I felt like her strikes looked really good. She was pretty accurate with them. She was pretty, you know, she was landing those good shots on Claudia Gadelha. And from past fights, if you land enough shots on Claudia Gadelha, you can disrupt her flow. Because Joanna Jacek definitely done it. Like Joanna Jacek disrupted Gadelha's flow with all those punches, and it helped. It helped her win that fight, especially the first one. So I feel like Randa Marcos didn't really have enough output in that fight. I felt like she was very timid in that fight. She had some kind of game plan that she was trying to stick to, and I think it cost her the fight. I think it cost her the fight, guys. But yeah, man, just wanted to get on here real quick and talk. Sorry about the muted issue again. I promise I won't let that happen again, guys. This is the second time that's happened, but I think Alexa Grasso would have been a better opponent for Claudia. Alexa Grasso, yeah, I feel like Alexa Grasso would have been a good. She just lost the fight though. I feel like didn't Alexa Grasso just lose a fight? Um, I feel like it should have been a rematch between Gadelha and Esparza. You know, that would have been a great fight. Gadelha versus Esparza. 2. Because I feel like Esparza won that fight. But guys, man, we got Felicia Spencer versus Cyborg coming up. Um, oh, Alexa Grasso won her last fight. Okay. Um, yeah, man, I don't know. We got Felicia Spencer and Your boy is tired. Felicia Spencer versus Cyborg coming up. You got I can't even. To be honest, it's late and my brain is shutting down, guys. I need to just talk about what's in front of me. But yeah, guys, I really do disagree with the ruling on the John Jones fight. I feel like Thiago Santos should be the guy with that belt around his waist. I don't feel like John Jones won that fight. It is what it is, though. I mean, I don't do the judging. Ben Askren, once again, quick recap. Ben Askren has been dethroned. Yeah, I know. I know George. JJ versus Waterhead. I know. Um, yeah, Jorge Masvidal ends Ben Askren. I mean, just, ugh, just fuck Ben Askren's life up. Jan Blachowicz fucked Luke Rockhold's life up. Like he fucked him up. And it seems like the Rockhold and the Holly fight were very similar. You know, two moments of hesitation or caught slipping. You know, Amanda caught Holly slipping, and Blachowicz caught Luke Rockhold slipping, and lights out. I don't feel like Luke needs to retire, man. I just feel like Luke needs to keep his damn hands up. If Luke Rockhold keeps his hands up, he won't keep getting hit so damn much. He got beat up like that with Yoel Romero. He got beat up like that with Michael Bisping, backing up for Michael Bisping. Bisping extends on the right hand and catches him on the chin and knocks him out. You know, like I said, when he exits out of the clinch or when he's backing up when you're coming forward, his hands go down. You know what I'm saying? Like in those transitional moments, his hands goes down. Yeah, man, a big. I feel like it was a waste of a trade. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. You know, I feel like Ben Askren, especially being the one-dimensional fighter that he is, man, coming into the UFC, even though he was undefeated. You know, I feel like it's a different level of competition. When you got somebody that's real as game bred Masvidal that wants to crack your fucking skull and is as well rounded as he is, how did people really think this fight was gonna go? I mean, how did people really think this fight with Ben Askren and Jorge Masvidal was going to go? Did you think Ben Askren was going to be able to just go in there and grab Jorge and just controversially choke him out? No, absolutely not. Gamebred Masvidal has many tools in his arsenal, man. Many tools that he can use when it comes to grappling or striking. So, you know, and the striking aspect of it was what won him the fight. You know, I feel like if Ben Askren was a little sharper on his striking, he would have known to not come in and be so reckless enough to just dive right in to, you know, a double leg takedown. He ate the knee and it knocked him the fuck out. You know, so I feel like I was saying, guys, I feel like Ben Askren just needs to evolve. If he doesn't retire, I feel like he needs to evolve. Dana White's kicking himself for on Holly and Askren. Yeah, man, he is. I mean, he is. Dana puts a lot of. I wouldn't say he's putting a lot of clout on Ben Askren, but he's giving Ben Askren big opportunities. He may not like Ben Askren as a person, but Dana White is making money moves when it comes to Ben Askren by pushing Ben Askren, putting him out there with ranked fighters and good fighters, you know, trying to push him toward a title. So, all in all, to be honest, Dana has respect for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's giving him the opportunity to fight at the top of the division that he just came into. But I feel like if Ben Askren doesn't evolve his game and add some tools to his game, man, I feel like he's going to keep getting knocked out. Because, you know, I mean, imagine if he goes to fight Darren Till, if he goes to fight, you know, Stephen Thompson or something, dude, they're gonna hurt him. They're gonna hurt Ben Askren. Like, I mean, well, even though they would never fight, but Tyron Woodley versus Ben Askren, dude, like, you know, well, I don't know what version of Tyron Woodley we're talking about, because the Tyron that fought Kamaru Usman, and I'm talking about the Josh Koscheck, Tyron Woodley, Darren Till, Tyron Woodley. Do you think Ben Askren could really stand up to that? No. No, dude, a punch, a good hard knee or punch can end all of that wrestling shit, and we seen that shit happen tonight. Jorge Masvidal did what he said he was coming to do, and that was to end Ben Askren and break his face. Ben Askren didn't know where he was or what the fuck was going on. Yeah, man, Wonder Boy could definitely beat Ben Askren. 100%. I mean, when Ben Askren first came, I'm like, I really don't see what's so hyped up about him because he's just a wrestler. I mean, he's a great wrestler, but this is MMA, man. And as close as he came to being finished by Robbie Lawler, and Robbie Lawler, that fight could have been stopped when Robbie Lawler was beating him. You know what I'm saying? Like that fight could have been stopped. You know what I'm saying? And whew, I can only imagine what Jorge Masvidal was going to do to him. And Jorge Masvidal genuinely does not like Ben Askren. That was easy work for Jorge. Jorge could be fighting for a title, man. Woodley injured. You got Kobe tied up in the fight with Robbie Lawler. You got Kamaru Usman, recovering for some injuries. I think by the time Jorge took no damage, I think Jorge could possibly fight for a title before the winner of Lawler and Covington. So it is what it is, guys. I'm on here talking, rambling and shit, but yeah, guys, UFC 239. It was great. It was great, guys. But I'm gonna run off of here. I just want to come on live, talk some shit real quick. George Page, thank you for coming through. Thank you for everybody else that was coming through that I was on mute with. I apologize. But anyways, guys, hit that like button, hit that dislike button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And I am out.